Patty. Welcome into Red Empress Tarot. I am here with your weekly mirror message. That's a He Said, She Said spread for the Twin Flame Collective, looking at the head space, heart space, and possible actions of both counterparts. We'll finish that up with some charms and some channeled messages from your person. Make sure that you are tapping into your own intuition, to your own internal guidance system before you take any collective message to heart, okay? Could be that the whole message will be for you, it'll resonate. Maybe a piece of it will resonate, or maybe it's the message next time that will. Just make sure that it does resonate if you are taking it to heart, okay? That's important. Please take a moment to just hit that thumbs up on the video if you like it. I really appreciate that. Subscribe. I'm really trying to grow the channel, and then you'll get to see all the new messages that come out right away. Any interaction that you have with the channel, whether it's a like, subscribe, a comment, a share, is a little nudge closer to getting the guidance out to more people who need it. I'm here to help, and your help is really appreciated that way. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and light a candle. I just feel like it helps me tap into spirit. I really like that. Osage's space. I always like to make sure that I get my cards. These are my channeled messages, my crystals, pendulums, all my decks over here. My charms, all my crystals. I sage myself a bit, sage you a bit. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get that out. I think I'm going to try Palo Santo. I think it might be less messy. Sage seems to kind of get everywhere, although I like the smell of it. Okay. Let's go ahead and tap into spirit. This is my favorite palm stone. It's the first palm stone that I ever bought. It's labradorite, and it has this beautiful flash to it. It's got really nice flash. I don't know if you can really see it on camera. And there's this beautiful equilateral triangle right in the center of it, and I didn't see it when I bought it. I was just really called to this stone. And the first deck that I bought was an oracle deck, and the main picture had this triangle on it. I bought them just a day apart, and it was just this amazing, I don't want to say coincidence, I think I was just meant to have this. And the labradorite, I just feel really grounded when I use it. Sometimes before I read, I'll just sit here and it just flows perfectly in my hand. So, spirits, angels, guides, ancestors, protectors, thank you for being with me here today and always. Help me read for the Twin Flame Collective. Bring forth only true and honest messages that are for our highest good. Okay. I think I'm going to start today with the Light Seers Tarot. I've been really guided to this deck a lot lately. So the first thing we're going to do is pull a card for the Divine Masculine's headspace. Where is the Divine Masculine's headspace right now? Spirit, show me the Divine Masculine's headspace for this collective watching this video right now. Three of Wands. Okay. Good. didn't even ask a question yet. I was about to ask Divine Masculine's heart space. It was in my head right when that flew out. Four of Cups. Okay. All right. Divine Masculine's possible actions within the next 30 days. I have a bunch flip right here. It's just too many. I just want to see them. Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Well, the way that I always look at it is the right card is going to come out. So if I get a bunch, if I get too many, I feel like if there was something in there that I was supposed to have, it's going to come out if I shuffle again. And I have had that happen multiple times. So, all right. Then we had it again, 4 different cards. Let's look for one card, Spirit, one card. Tell me about the Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. We've got the 5 of Swords. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the the Divine Feminine's headspace, current headspace. What is the Divine Feminine's current headspace? One card, please. One card, please, Spirit. Divine Feminine's current headspace for the collective watching this video. Where is the Divine Feminine at in her head? It's right there. 4 of Swords. Okay. There's something else flipped here. I feel like they go together. I'm going to take them together. Okay. What is the Divine Feminine's heart space right now for the collective watching this video? What is the Divine Feminine's heart space? Divine Feminine's heart space. Tell me about the Divine Feminine's heart space for the collective watching this video right now. Well, that's 5 cards and then another 4 flipped. There's a lot going on in Divine Feminine's heart space. Let's keep going until we get one card that sums that up. What is the card for the Divine Feminine's heart space? 7 of Cups. Confusion. Okay. Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Four of Wands. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers. I'm going to use 2 decks to clarify today. I feel like there's 2 different things that I need to see. I'm really being drawn to the Good Witch Tarot. So let's clarify the 3 of Wands for the masculine's headspace. Why is the 3 of Wands here for the masculine's headspace? Why is the 3 of Wands here for the divine masculine's headspace? Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Nice. Okay. Why is the 4 of Cups here for the divine masculine's heart space? Why is the 4 of Cups here? Why is the 4 of Cups here? Why is the 4 of Cups here for the divine masculine's heart space? Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Why is the 5 of Swords here for the divine masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days? What is the 5 of Swords here for? Please clarify the 5 of Swords, Spirit. What is the 5 of Swords here for? I saw it. Hold on. and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. 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 Let's clarify the Divine Feminine's heart space, the Four of Swords, followed by the Star. Why is the Four of Swords and the Star here? What do those cards mean for the Divine Feminine's headspace? What do those cards mean? Why are they here? Please explain. Okay. King of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Okay. Why is, we got the Seven of Cups twice. Head space and heart space. Okay. Clarify the Seven of Cups for the Divine Feminine's heart space right now. Please clarify the Seven of Cups in the heart space for the Divine Feminine. Page of Cups reversed. Okay. Clarify the Four of Wands for the Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. Clarify the Four of Wands. Tell me about this Four of Wands. This one is, I'm not sure about this. Explain this to me. Four of Wands. What is the context for that Four of Wands, please? That celebratory energy. It's like a union energy. Oh, that's too many. Just one or two cards, please. King of Wands. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to clarify with an oracle deck. Okay. When I went to put this down, the Nine of Swords is on the top of the deck flipped. That's interesting. And the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. I'm going to leave these out because I feel like those are key to what we're doing. Okay. I'm going to grab the Island Time Wellness cards. I'm just going to take one for each. Please clarify the Three of Wands. Too many cards. One card to clarify the Three of Wands with this Nine of Pentacles. One card to clarify the Three of Wands with Nine of Pentacles here. I always take these in upright abundance. Nice. Okay. Clarify the Four of Cups with this Page of Pentacles in reverse for the Divine Masculine's heart space. Clarify this Four of Cups, the sad energy. This Page of Pentacles not having this tangible offer, not having this tangible start or communication. What is going on here? One card, please, to clarify that Four of Cups with the Page of Pentacles. I think it's right there. The Runner. Okay. Okay. One card to clarify this Five of Swords for Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. The Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Clarifying, what do we got for this Five of Swords? Why is the Five of Swords here? 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 Stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception. Okay. Okay. Clarify the Divine Feminine's headspace, this Four of Swords, and the Star. What is the clarifier for the Divine Feminine's headspace, the Four of Swords, and the Star? The Hammer. Okay, we're going to get into all of these stacks as soon as I get them all out here. Clarify the Seven of Cups for the Divine Feminine's heart space with this Page of Cups reversed. Separation. Yep. Okay, and clarify the Four of Wands for the Divine Feminine's possible actions in the next 30 days. With this King of Wands here. Clarify. Paradise. Okay. All right, let's look at these. First of all, I just want to talk about the bottom and top of the deck energy. This Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords together. That's a progression of swords. There's some kind of backstabbing energy happening within this connection, and I'm not necessarily saying it's between Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. It's happening to one of the counterparts. I just want to keep this in mind as we read. Okay, Divine Masculine's heart space. Let's look at this. So we've got the Three of Wands for the Divine Masculine's heart space. You can see this figure looking out over the water. This is looking out to the future. And the Divine Masculine's, did I say heart space? This is head space. Divine Masculine is really looking toward the future, passionately, knowing that there's something out there more than what he has right now that he wants. Okay. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is all about getting stable within yourself. This is all about personal abundance, personal growth, having sown the seeds of your foundation and knowing that you've built it up. So in Divine Masculine's headspace, this is where he is or is getting, wants to be stable in his life. It's really important to him. And then we have clarifying that abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. These things match very well. So the Nine of Pentacles, I mean, this is a very similar card to the Abundance card. The Divine Masculine in this collective, the one who we're reading for right now, understands the twin flame journey. Look at the twin flames here. It's the Three of Wands, but up here you have these two flames. And we've got one more down here. We've got the Three of Wands, but I see these two. I'm just really attracted to these two. Looking out into the future, into what this connection can be. Divine Masculine knows what this connection can be. And his headspace is really into getting solid, getting really feeling stable in his life, feeling abundant, and feeling gratitude. I mean, this is Divine Masculine that is further along in his journey. Okay, this is not the beginning. This is closer to the end of this cycle of, I mean, I think that this is past Dark Night of the Soul. This is really where the Divine Masculine is setting up his foundation, looking toward the future and knowing what he wants. Then we've got the Divine Masculine's heart space. So the Divine Masculine in his head space, he's really looking to the future. His head space is into abundance in the now, but his heart space, look at that. Look at that figure. Just kind of sad. Just sitting on their own. And look and see how this figure is looking over this direction and these empty cups over here. But there's this beautiful cup here. And this rainbow is emanating out of this cup, but they're not seeing this. Once this figure turns their head this direction, they're going to see the beauty of what they have left. But this figure in their heart space, in Divine Masculine's heart space, really still kind of sad over things that have been lost in life or things that they maybe felt like they built up and spilled out. It's like maybe she took time filling up these bowls with beautiful things and they just ended up spilling out. It's just like, all that work for nothing. This is the like vibe I'm getting, all that work for nothing. really kind of sad. So maybe there are things in Divine Masculine's life that he had built up, really worked on, that didn't work out. And it's like that bummer feeling when something you really put a lot of work into doesn't work out. But as soon as he turns his head, he's gonna see. It's just like there's this revelation that needs to happen, and it's not quite happened yet. But it's just a flip of perspective. It's just a turning of the head to see the beauty that you still have. And maybe it's better than what you had before even. This is clarified by the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The Page of Pentacles, when you have it upright, is all about a small offer, a solid offer though. Just being able to extend that. And I feel like the Divine Masculine's kind of sad because he's not at this point in his abundance yet. Like, his mind is all about getting abundant, but in his heart he knows he's not quite there yet. And so he can't make that offer quite yet. So he's not coming to Divine Feminine with an offer because he's not in his abundance yet. His mind is all about getting there. He knows he wants to be there, but he's not quite there yet. He can't make the offer yet. He feels like there are things that he needs to accomplish before he comes to her, is what I'm getting. And clarified by the Runner. Still running. It's not coming. I mean, the definition of the Runner here, I think, is simply just still being in the ego, still being in the mindset of abundance is the first thing. Like, I have to be the provider. I have to have enough. I have to come with enough money to do X, Y, and Z, you know, whatever it is that the Divine Masculine feels like he was responsible for in a relationship. So he's still running. He's not coming to the feminine yet. Not making the offer yet. And is feeling kind of sad about that. Like, I built these things up, they fell apart. It's kind of like a limbo energy, right? Like, I can't go to my Divine Feminine yet, but I've had to let these things go, and I'm just like, sucky place to be. But really, it's just a flip of perspective. Maybe one of the things the Divine Masculine needs to get down before, you know, one of his lessons still to learn, is that the Pentacles, the money, isn't the foundation. The love is the foundation. And you can start there and work on the abundance together. But a lot of masculines, a lot of masculine energies in this world have been taught that, you know, money is what they have to offer. And if they don't have enough, they don't feel worthy. And that is a lesson to learn, that your worthiness is not dependent upon your financial stability or abundance. This is something you can work together as a team on. So, I think in his headspace, he's still really into the money, getting that settled, feeling abundant. But in his heart space, it's causing this, oh wait, look at this, there's a card under the Runner. Okay, check this out, because I didn't even know that was there. The Snake is under the Runner. There could be an energy in Divine Masculine's heart space right now that is causing some turmoil. Let me just read the Snake card. Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. There could be a feminine energy, something that the Divine Masculine is either letting go of now or has just let go of, that has been malicious. Could be part of these spilled cups, something that has to be let go of in order to have that change in perspective. It could even be that this person, this energy, this snake energy, really had Divine Masculine convinced that abundance and pentacles was their worth. Maybe they were part of that mindset that he's got to shift out of. That's interesting. Okay. Divine Masculine's possible actions in the next 30 days. We got the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is all about a hollow victory. Now it's interesting, this one, because generally in a Five of Swords card, the figure in the forefront is the victorious one. The figure in the forefront is usually holding the sword up high. I won, happy, content. Even though there's someone left crying in the background and sad, like usually the figure in the forefront, which would be represent divine masculine, would be in the forefront, having vanquished some enemy in the back that's sad, but this one is reversed. This is almost like a Five of Swords reversed, because in this one, divine masculine's in the forefront, holding his head, feeling like he's lost this battle. And here's the enemy in the back with arms wide spread, happy. So it's like the hollow victory went to the opponent, not to divine masculine. So it's almost like in the next month, there's going to be some kind of battle for the divine masculine, something he's got to fight for his independence, for his hold on, I'm trying to get the word. For his freedom. For his freedom, for his life. It's like he's bound to something that he's got to fight his way out of. And the other person is going to have some kind of victory over him. But I think what he doesn't understand is that victory is a blessing. That victory is a blessing. Look at this, clarified, stabbed in the back. I think in the coming month, divine masculine is going to have some kind of altercation with, argument with, fight with someone who is going to really stab him in the back. It's going to really hurt him. It could have even just happened. It feels like maybe just happened or is about to happen, this stab in the back. It's really painful. Someone's been deceitful, someone's been deceptive, someone really hurt him, and this person is taken off, they're leaving him. So if your divine masculine was in a karmic relationship, a romantic relationship, this partner could be doing this. There could be a fight that ends that relationship, and they do something really, really painful to your divine masculine. It's something to think about. We're all in karmic relationships, whether it's family, friends, romantic, whatever it is, to learn some kind of a lesson. And I'm getting that divine masculine is now getting his karma, he's getting his lesson. And it's, unfortunately, I think he's drawn this lesson out so much that karma has stepped in, and it's going to end up being something bad. It's going to be painful. And other clarifiers here we have for this are the Seven of Pentacles, which is having sown the seeds of something and being able to reap the harvest. And the Six of Pentacles, which is about getting balanced. So it feels to me like coming up here, there's going to be this battle. It's going to be painful. But the results of that are going to be getting balanced, the divine masculine getting balanced and being able to plant some seeds for his future. I feel like with this energy, and we've got this snake energy back here again, stabbed in the back, snake, Five of Swords. There is a person or a group of people in divine masculine's life that are not for his highest good. He is going to have a fight with them. They are going to separate. And that happening, while painful, is what's going to be the catalyst for divine masculine to be able to get balanced out and sow the seeds of his future. It's an unfortunate way to have to do it, But the divine is bringing this in for him so we can have a better future. I think he's felt stuck and stagnant for a while. Feeling like Eight of Swords energy, like stuck. And this is coming out of that after a painful ending. But it gives way for a brand new beginning. Let's look at Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine's headspace right now. We had 2 cards come out. So you're not wanting to come up. Okay. We had the Four of Swords, which is about being tired and just needing a respite. It's about rejuvenating. And I feel like Divine Feminine has been so in her head about this connection in this relationship that she's finally come to the point where she understands that she needs to stop trying to control the situation, stop putting so much energy into it, and just rest and trust in the divine. You see her in this nest. It's almost like she's cocooned here in this nest, trusting the divine, just letting the divine take over. And you see this red string around her, that just symbolizes the string that goes from the divine masculine's heart to the divine feminine heart and back. And that's protecting her. It's over her. It's like the divine connection is still here. It's in the 5D, wrapping her up and protecting her. The divine masculine's energy is still coming toward her, protecting her in her respite. She's letting him fight his battles, right? She's stopped trying to interfere, stopped trying to control the situation, and just resting because she understands that her wish fulfillment will come with this action. One of the hardest things to do, one of the hardest actions to take when you're so invested in something is non-action. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Stepping back, stepping out, trusting, and doing nothing, but maybe sending love and light in her sleep there, is what she needs to do to get her wish fulfillment. She has to step out and step away and let divine masculine learn his lessons and do his things. Clarifying the Four of Swords and the Star, we had the King of Pentacles. I think that she knows that the divine masculine is going to come into his King of Pentacles energy. He's going to get grounded. She's trusting him. Look at the trust in this card. In her headspace, she's trusting. She's trusting him to get to his King of Pentacles energy. There has been in her head this war, right? And I'm just going to read this card. Hammer is sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. It's like for so long in Divine Feminine's headspace, she's been working at this connection. And she's finally understanding that you can't keep working on it like that. You cannot fix what's not yours to fix. Divine Masculine has to fix his own things. She can't do it for him. And we get the Seven of Cups here. Just confusion, so many choices. Which direction do I go? What should I do? Should I send love? Should I try and root out a snake? Should I sow seeds? Should I come with a fist? Should I throw money at it? Should I celebrate? Should I run around like a crazy person? All these cups have a different thing, and she's just like, which should I do? Which should I do to fix this connection? And she's understanding. She's understanding now that this resting energy, this is where her head is. I need to give it a fucking rest, right? Okay. in her heart space, we've got the Seven of Cups. And we have the Seven of Cups in the head space too, which makes a lot of sense because she's starting to understand this on a logical level, that the being in the Seven of Cups, this confusion energy, this too many choices energy, isn't healthy. She's starting to understand it in her head, but in her heart, she's still confused. She may be resting, she may be stepping back, she may be taking the action that she feels like is the best action to take. But that doesn't mean her heart isn't still confused and her heart isn't still longing. And she's tried some of these cups before. She's picked up this cup before there was a snake in it. She's picked up this cup before, but it was cracked and all the water ran out. You know, she's tried some different things and it hasn't worked out, and there's still some unturned. She doesn't know what to do. You know, the war between your head and your heart is such a hard thing to balance out in your life, because you can know the right thing to do logically and you can do it, but your heart can still be pulling at you. And I feel like her heart is still pulling at her. Clarifying that, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. It's like feeling like I can't even give a small love offer to my Divine Masculine right now. Like I want to reach out, I want to at least give some love. You know, I want to let him know I love him, even if it's in a little way. But right now, he's in a battle. He's not in the place where he can hear it. He's in this sad energy in his heart space. This is his heart space. He's feeling kind of defeated right now. He's feeling sad. He's feeling sulky. And when you're in this energy, a little love offer from someone maybe isn't going to be received very well. Probably isn't going to be received very well. So she's feeling confused. And she's feeling like, I have all this love to give and I can't give it. And then also clarifying that as separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. Her heart is grieving the separation between she and the Divine Masculine. That's her heart space right now. She's in the rest period. She's doing what she needs to do. She understands logically that that is where her wish fulfillment will come from. Doesn't fully keep the sadness at bay. It's tough. This is not an easy journey. This is not for sissies in any fashion. Okay, possible actions in the next 30 days for the Divine Femme. So this one is the one that confused me a little bit when it came out. Four of Wands. It's like the Four of Wands is celebratory energy. It's like union. And then we got the King of Wands clarifying that. And then we've got Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. I feel like in the next month, Divine Feminine, there's a couple of different scenarios here. One of them will be Divine Feminine in that rest space will become more in union with herself. Start feeling more happiness. Start feeling the joy of her own life without Divine Masculine. Being in this passionate energy about the things that she loves, her family, her friends, her job, her hobbies, things that she's interested in. Finding that happiness, expanding, finding joy, finding playfulness again. I mean, really, this is how we manifest. These three cards together are how we manifest. So it could be that Divine Feminine within her respite in the Four of Swords is finding it within her to get into the joyful, playful energy where she can manifest this connection. For some of you, that's going to be true. For some of you, it really could be that Divine Feminine meets another masculine energy who she lets into her life and finds happiness and expansion and joy and playfulness with another person. You know, on our journeys, we have to remember that sometimes we are meant to have different relationships. As ideal and beautiful and wonderful union is between divine masculine and divine feminine, sometimes along comes a relationship that teaches you something. Some of us are in relationships with another type of soulmate for life. We're not in 3D union with our divine masculine. And you can have a really happy life this way. You do not have to be in union with your divine counterpart to have a happy life and to be in 5D union with them and to be in harmony with them. You don't have to be. This could be another person coming in. It's just going to depend. It's going to be one way for some people and one way for another. I don't see this as the divine masculine, this King of Wands. I see this, I just don't feel like he's in this space yet with this 5 of Swords energy. I feel like he's letting go of things that don't serve. He's sowing seeds, he's getting balanced, but it's going to still take more time for him to be able to come to divine feminine, to be in that space where he can do that. I really feel like this energy of the divine feminines is either happier union with herself or possibly union with a new person. And I'm not saying this has to be a permanent situation either. You know, sometimes people come into our life for a season or a reason. It's not always for a lifetime. And that's okay too. We learn all kinds of life lessons. You know, there's a theory that the greatest work you will ever do on yourself is through romantic partnership. And I believe that that's true. It's your greatest opportunity to learn about yourself when you're in a close partnership with another human. It gives you the opportunity for that. You just kind of reflect off of each other and you can see places where you can grow and you can help another person grow. So only you know what's true for your story, okay? Okay, let's look at the shared space. Looking back though, again, this everything is fine, and this 9 of Swords, I really believe this is in the divine masculine's sphere, this snake energy, this stabbed in the back energy. I think this has had him really worried. I think he's been feigning that he's okay with this everything is fine card. Usually, in most tarot decks, this just says 10 of Swords, but it says everything is fine. This one specifically says that this person has been stabbed over and over again by someone, a person, a group of people, a situation, but they are trying to outwardly project to the world that they are just fine. They don't want people to know what's been going on in their life. This divine masculine that we're talking about has had some kind of situation in his life. Just feel like I need to go back over this. This snake, this stabbed in the back energy. This has been a theme in his life of late, a painful theme. And I really believe with this 5 of Swords, enough is enough. He's drawn a line in the sand, and there's going to be a battle, and there's going to be a separation, and he's going to be wounded. And it's part of a karmic lesson for him. Oh, I'm getting chills like all over. This is really, really true. Particularly one of my gifts is that I can physically feel when something's right on, and this is right on. This is right on. Wow, that was really, really strong. This divine masculine is drawing a line in the sand. He's getting out of this relationship, whatever it is, whether it's romantic, family, work, whatever it is, where he's been stabbed over and over and over again and is about to be stabbed in the back hard. The good thing is he's coming out of it. It's given him a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries, sleepless nights. This hasn't been easy. but it's ending. I do see that. Oh, really strong chills. Okay. Shared space. I'm going to go to the Good Witch. Excuse me, the Everyday Witch Tarot for that one, I feel. Okay. What is in the shared space between the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine? Let's talk about the shared space. What is shared between them right now? Six of Pentacles. They're getting balanced. They are learning to cut things out that don't serve them, to balance out their relationships, to stop overgiving. This card particularly, this Six of Pentacles tells me all about learning to be abundant and learning not to overgive to the people around you. This is about a person who is a giver. I believe Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine in this connection are givers, because it's a shared energy. They're mirroring this energy. They're both givers and they both have takers around them, and they're learning to stop overgiving. This is really good. Really, really good. Let's get one more. What's shared between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine right now? What's shared? Oh. Sorry about that. I had a small interruption there. Okay. Let's look at one more card for the shared space between the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Well, that is a half a deck of cards. Well, maybe not quite, but too many. Just one card. What is in the shared space between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine right now? What is in the shared space? Nine of Swords. Worry. It's like they're learning to balance, but there's still worry on each side. I mean, we can see Divine Masculine's going through a lot. He's ending some kind of relationship that's been toxic, walking away from that, planting seeds for his future. You know, I'm getting some worry energy with this looking out to the future. I feel like, you know, we're in Divine Masculine's headspace again here. This looking out over the future, there could be some worry involved in that. I'm just really getting that, like, matching cards here. It's not even the same deck. But I'm feeling some worry energy in here. Divine Masculine knows what he wants, right? He's passionate about it. He knows his twin flame connection. But there's all this stuff that he's got to go through right now. He's got to end this relationship. He's got to get through this fight. And then he's got to balance himself. And he's thinking about his abundance. He's got all these things in his head, right? There's some worry. What happens if my twin flame connection dies out in the meantime? Now, we know that that can't happen. You're a twin flame forever. But it is possible not to come into union in this lifetime. And he could be concerned that that won't happen. I think he wants that. That's a valid concern. And, you know, we saw the worry over here in Divine Feminine's head space and heart space. She's resting. She's doing what she needs to do. But there's confusion. There's been confusion. And this separation hurts her. And it could be that this possible action coming up, you know, she could feel like she's leaving Divine Masculine behind, and that could be causing worry too. I'm getting that energy. There is that possibility. You'll have to filter that for yourself and decide if that fits your story. For someone it does. Okay. I am going to put these cards aside and we'll get some charms. grab my charm board. And we'll see what we get. I love penguins. My dad gave me this penguin box when I was a teenager with my first tarot deck in it. And at the time, I wasn't ready for tarot yet. I didn't understand it. I didn't know my connection to it. I didn't know I was going to have one. He did. This comes down through my father's side. And I just recently understand it better. But anyway, this was the box that was in. So I thought it was appropriate to put my charms in it. Okay. Got sage all over my board. All right. Let's see which ones we get for this collective, this Twin Flame collective, for this mirror message. Which ones are going to come out? I really like to get them from the bottom. I have no idea what I'm picking. I feel like there's a couple more. Oh, yeah. Okay, I feel like that's good. So let's talk about what we got here. Got the cookbook, we got the wishing well, got the puzzle piece, we got the mirror. That's my twin flame charm, by the way. We got the shield, the sailboat, the baby steps, the keys. We got Leo. We have the olive branch. So let me look at these just for a second. I like to group them. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm going to start here with the shield. The shield tells me that the connection is divinely protected. This journey is divinely protected. Both divine masculine and divine feminine are protected by spirit guides here. The divine created this connection, so the divine is protecting this connection. Nothing can tear it apart. I said at the end of the reading, the divine masculine may have some worry that his twin flame connection is going to die out, and this is here to tell you that is not true. That flame is divinely protected. You guys may choose to go separate ways for a period of time, or maybe for this lifetime. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But you are never separated from your twin. In the 5D, you are in union always. You're together. So don't feel like you're going to lose your person because you are going through the lessons that you need to go through, okay? The wishing well is here. I really believe that for both the divine feminine and the divine masculine in this connection, they are each other's wish fulfillment. I really do. It's a mirrored energy. This wish fulfillment is a mirrored energy. You see the mirror charm here. You are mirroring each other. You both want the same things. You're just in different places in your journeys. Just trust, okay? We know that you feel like your divine counterpart is the missing puzzle piece to your puzzle. We know that. You both feel this. We got the Leo charm. This is an aside. Either you could be a Leo, your person could be a Leo, or one of you could have Leo in a high placement somewhere in your chart. Don't take this too much to heart, especially if you don't know your divine masculine or divine feminine's natal chart, because you can't know, if you don't know their birth date, you cannot know their moon sign, their Venus sign, any of the other placements. So this is just a little extra for if you know this about your person or yourself. I see baby steps happening here. You guys are taking the steps that you need. You're moving in the right direction. The baby steps tell me they're small steps. You're not taking giant leaps. Union isn't tomorrow. But you are stepping in the right direction. Your feet are going in the right direction. That's really good. You guys are tapping into your creativity with the cookbook here. This just is like about creating something. You both tapping into your creativity, and you need to do that. You know, that's part of learning. Manifestation is all about creativity. It's not just about painting and drawing and sculpting. Creativity, you know, with this cookbook as an example, is anything that you create in your life. If you're a chef, you're creative. If you're an architect, you're creative. Whatever you do, there is a creative component to what you do, but we all have to really tap into that to really understand manifestation, because there is a great deal of creativity in manifestation. If you haven't seen, gone on YouTube and seen the Abraham Hicks videos, I strongly suggest that, because it really explains in detail about manifestation in a very easy, very digestible way to get to understand that without reading a really long book or listening to the, you know, hours and hours of audio. So go look at those little videos. They really do add up to some great information. And I feel like you have the keys. The keys, this is always about having the keys to obtain what you want. You have the keys to manifest what you want in your life. Don't think that you don't. If you're trying to manifest and it's not feeling like it's working, go back and watch some more of those Abraham Hicks videos and really pay attention. I feel like sometimes we forget when we're trying to manifest something, it's not just about focusing on the thing that we want. It's also not focusing on the lack. And we forget that. If we spend so much time thinking, oh, my divine counterpart isn't with me and I'm sad, the universe thinks that you don't want your divine counterpart with you. So you can't focus on that lack, because that counteracts your manifestation. You have the keys to manifest. You just have to get into the groove of it correctly. Take baby steps when you're manifesting, just little things at a time, okay? Baby steps to your manifestation. Small steps leads to big steps, okay? Don't try and do it all at once. And then last we have the olive branch and the sailboat. The olive branch, I feel like we go through such hard times together as divine counterparts. We get frustrated with each other. We get mad at each other. We shake each other up. Of course, we're going to have reactions to each other, and that's okay. That's human. That's normal. If we didn't, there would be something wrong with us. This olive branch, I think, is just a reminder. It's a reminder to send out love and light to your counterpart, even when you're frustrated. And that's really hard to do. Even when you're sad, and that's really hard to do. But when you send out love and light, it's received, and it helps the connection every single time you do it. Okay? Don't let the frustration, the anger, the sadness take you over. Let the love just shine through. Okay? And if you do that, It's going to help balance out your emotions. You'll be sailing on to smoother waters. That's what the sailboat's telling me here. Like, send that olive branch to your counterpart. I'm not saying text them. I'm not saying call them. I'm not saying get into their life. I'm saying in your headspace, close your eyes, light a candle, and send out love and light. It will be received. And it will help you balance out your emotions for both of you. Okay? So that's for charms. Let's set that aside. And we'll get some channel messages. And a new oracle deck by Mystic Moon that I wanted to try out. Let's see where I put it. It's right here. So it's Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. I just want to see what comes out with this. We're just going to get a few of these, okay? This is my test run for these. Spirit, what can you tell me about the twin flame connection? What can you tell me? Spirit of fire, passion, creativity, and spark. Spirit of crow, prophecy, messenger, bad news. Let's see what else we got. Whoa, half the deck fell on the floor. That always means there's a lot to say. Creativity, awareness, truth, spirit of air. So we've got fire, air, and crow. Here, 1 second. Let me grab these cards. There's one out of all of these that went face up. That's interesting. And it is Spirit of the Tower. Surprises, shifts, and big changes. Okay, I feel like that's what I was supposed to get. Let's look at these. I find this an interesting combination. So we've got fire, air, crow, and tower. We were talking about creativity in the charms, tapping into your creativity, how that really sets your manifestation on fire, right? Tap into your passion, tap into your creativity, tap into your spark, really get into the things in life that you are passionate about. That is going to propel your connection forward. This is going to help heal you. And with Spirit of the Crow, we've got prophecy, messenger, bad news. I feel like this is part of that divine masculine actions in the next 30 days. The stab in the back thing really bugs me. I wish I understood what that was so I could warn someone. There's a divine masculine out there, or group of divine masculines that's going to be having a really challenging month. They're going to receive some bad news. Something is going to happen where they feel really hurt. But just remember, it's part of the journey. I'm not saying physically hurt. Their heart is going to be hurt. Their pride might be hurt. Spirit of air, clarity, awareness, truth. That's what we're here for. This is what you're here for. You're here for clarity. You're here for truth. You want to be aware. You don't want to be in the dark. It's just clarity that you are here for a reason. There is a message somewhere in here for you, if not the whole message. Spirit of Tower, surprises, shifts, big changes. This is one of my favorite cards. I see this in different decks, written in different ways. Sometimes it says sudden change. It just means that there is going to be a major shift this month. And I think we saw that in the Divine Masculines, half of the reading. Now, there was some in the Divine Feminines, part of the reading too. I think that there's a shift maybe mirrored on both sides. I think the Divine Masculine is leaving some kind of relationship. And I think the Divine Feminine is either coming into better relationship with yourself or maybe into relationship with another party. Okay? That's what I'm getting from that. Don't freak out. If it's not you, it's not you. Not all the messages are for everybody. If you're Divine Feminine watching this video going, I would never get into a relationship with anyone but my Divine Masculine, clearly it's not your message, that particular one. However, do remember that if you do, it's not a betrayal. If you are not in 3D union with a person, you are not in a 3D commitment with that person. I know that in the twin flame journey, we feel committed to our partner, even if we are not physically committed to our partner. And it can be really tough to step away from that and go towards something else that might make us happy, but it might be for your best good. You have to weigh that out for yourself. You know, do what is for your highest good. Do not give away your blessings. Sometimes the universe sends you something beautiful. Make sure that you give it due consideration. The choices are always yours. I'm just saying the message I'm getting is for you to not automatically pass on blessings that the universe is sending you. That's all. Let's get some messages here. I want to get message of love oracle cards about all things intuitive. Let's get one or two of these. This is a message from your person for you who is watching, if this reading is resonating for you. Okay, Spirit, what message does the watcher have from their person? What does their person want them to know right now? What do they feel is important for them to know? One or two cards, please. One or two cards, if there is a message in here. Balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. One person, and you, the watcher, know who it is. It's obvious. Either the Divine Feminine or the Divine Masculine is currently giving too much in this relationship. And it's time to find some balance. It's time to learn to step back and rest and let the other person come to you to give. If you give and give and give of yourself without balance, the universe knows that there's something wrong there, and you're not going to be in a happy union. A happy union is where each counterpart gives equally. Now, it may not be equally on every day, and you're not keeping a tally list. It's the feeling of, you got my back, I got your back. And if you don't have that feeling, there's something off, and you're not going to be in a happy relationship with your counterpart, not with the twin flame dynamic, okay? That's just not how twin flame dynamics are meant to be balanced. They're built to be balanced. They are built for us to learn to balance out. It's part of our learning. It's important. Fate. This is a destined partnership. If you are sitting there wondering, is this my Divine Masculine? Is this Divine Feminine mine? Is this connection real? Yes. This is a destined partnership. It is real. You are not crazy. You are not making it up. I know that we feel that way sometimes because when we're not having reciprocation, when the other counterpart is in their lessons and they're not able to give you what you need and to give you validation, you can feel like it's one-sided, like it's all in my head, like it's only me, like I'm crazy, all of those things. But I'm here to tell you, this card is here to tell you, Spirit is telling you, no, this is a destined partnership. Okay? If this reading is resonating for you. Let's get a shadow message. Now remember, I always say this when I pull these out because I don't like people to freak out. Shadow is something that we all deal with. It's part of everyone's journey that comes into this planet. We all have something to work on. It's why we're here. It's why we learn and why we grow is shadow. So what is the shadow message from your counterpart right now? What does your counterpart want to tell you about their shadow work right now? You are so easy to see through. There is someone overgiving in this connection, and you are so easy to see through. Your counterpart knows how much you care about them. They know how much you love them. They know what you're thinking. They know how you're feeling. Don't ever think that they are not in tune with you, because we are in union in the 5D. We do hear each other when if you are sitting there talking to your counterpart, if you're in your head talking to your counterpart, if you're dreaming about your counterpart, they're receiving it. If not in the 3D, in the 5D, they see you, okay? Don't think that they don't see you. Just because they're not talking to you, just because it feels like you're being ignored, you're being blocked, whatever it is, they still see you. And 2 messages flipped, so the other one is leaving you hurt me too. If they left you and it felt like they didn't give a damn, if they ghosted you, if they said terrible things that were likely just intended to push you away because they know your hot buttons, this card is here to tell you, Spirit is telling you, leaving you hurt me too. Your counterpart in the 5D is telling you, leaving you hurt me too. You are not the only one that was hurt by this. They hurt themselves when they did this. Okay. And let's look at the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive. Let's get 1 or 2 of those. See what comes out. What message would the Watcher's counterpart like them to have right now? What would be for the Watcher's highest good? What message is for the highest good from their counterpart? Is there something in this deck? I feel like too many flipped. I didn't feel right about that. This one feels right. I wish I had treated you better. Excuse me. Hindsight is 20/20. Now, something occurred to me today, this being the year 2020. Some of you have been in these connections multiple years. It's not just really recent. If you have been, if this is a long-standing thing, this hindsight is 20/20, and I'm glad this came out because it reminded me of this download that I got earlier. A lot of the runners in these connections are getting their hindsight. They're starting to understand what's real in this year. This is a big year for this Twin Flame Collective. It really is. A lot of people are starting to understand the journey and understand what needs to be healed and how they treated their counterpart was not good. It was coming from an unhealed place. They're understanding they need to heal that and come back and apologize and treat you better. If you come into union in this life, that's the only way it's going to happen, is if that series of events happens. Okay, let's get a few of my channeled messages. Just going to pick up some from different decks here. Got a lot of these. I can't shuffle them all at one time. It would be crazy. Let's get a few of these. What message would the Watcher's counterpart like them to have right now? Forever. Wow, there's a bunch flipped here. I need more time. They love you forever. This is a forever connection. Your counterpart needs more time. They're still learning their lessons. If they come to you now, if they were to come to you now, they wouldn't be healed. You guys would bounce off of each other and go separate ways again, and it would cause more pain. Patience sucks, right? Waiting for more time sucks. However, if you don't, it's not going to work right. If you can learn the patience, which is really part of your journey, it's part of your lesson. I know it's a huge part of mine. I am not a patient human, but I'm learning, and you're learning. Give it some more time. How many are flipped here? I feel like too many. I'm going to flip some back over and keep shuffling. I feel like those were the ones that needed to come out there. Okay. 1 or 2 more messages here. 1 or 2 more messages. There's too many flipped in this. I'm not feeling this deck. I belong with you. Your counterpart knows you belong together. They know you're better together. Better together is like the words that I'm getting. Better together. I'm going to grab a different deck here to pull from. One more message. What would the Watcher's counterpart like them to know right now? Wow, that's like 4 cards. Let's try 1. One more. What would the Watcher's counterpart like them to know right now? Is there a message here from them? Is there a message? I've got like hundreds of these. So sometimes it's just a different deck. Let me see how I'm feeling. Is there a message in this deck that the Watcher's counterpart would like them to? Yes, there is. We're just going to take those. Those flew out. I look for you everywhere. They haven't forgotten you. They're missing you. They look for you. They probably look for you on social media. If you live close, they might drive by your house. They might drive by your work. However they can see you, they're looking for you, okay? They may not be able to be with you yet, but they're not out of your life completely. They won't tell you, but they are. We are mirrors. Mirrors are really a special thing in the Twin Flame Collective. You know, years ago, before I understood what a Twin Flame was, when I was in union with my Divine Masculine, he used to say this to me: we are mirrors. This was before either one of us even understood what this was. And a lot of you out there understand what I'm saying because you felt this way from the beginning. Twin flames are mirrors. Your divine counterpart knows your twin flames. Even if they don't know the word, they know the relationship. And one more. I want your happiness so much. And I have to tell you, these are all really good cards. I have hundreds of these cards, and a lot of them are not hearts and flowers and happy. There are a lot of cards in there. There's things like depression and drug abuse and sex addiction, and there's all kinds of stuff in there. You are getting really good cards. I just want you to understand, when all positive ones come out like this, it's meant to happen. I want your happiness so much. Your divine counterpart wants you to be happy. Remember that. Whatever it takes, remember that. And that is the perfect place to finish off this reading. Thank you for joining me. I hope it helped you. I hope this gave you some clarity and helps you steer your week ahead in a positive direction. Please take a moment. If you like the video, hit that subscribe so you'll see all the videos coming up. If you hit the little all button, you'll be the first one to see the videos when they come out. Hit that thumbs up. That is so helpful for me. I'm trying to grow this channel. It's brand new, and every thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, comment, is a little nudge forward to more people who need the messages being able to find them. So I really appreciate your help in growing the channel. That way you can really do that. Okay, we will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me here.